What you gonna show us today, Clayway? Well, I'm glad you asked, Claydo. We're gonna talk about why your air conditioning heating system doesn't have any air coming out of it. What are you saying, man? I don't own a Jeep. I ain't got baller dollars like that. I just make YouTube videos with you. Well, that doesn't matter, Claydo. This is the way they all function. They have to function this way because they kind of work under physics. You're saying I'm going to need a physical? No, I'm saying physics. If you don't have any air coming in, there's no air going to go out. So, all of these air conditioning heating systems all work the same. Underneath our dash panel is a big box. And as that box works, it has doors and levers inside it that move things and turn your heat on or your cold on or whatever. And if your box is not able to suck in any air, these flappers are not going to go up. Does that make sense to you? No, not really. But I was really afraid of them touching my little sack and making me cough. I remember when I was in high school, played football. We don't have time for that stuff right now, okay? Let's get on with the video and show these folks how to fix their car. They're probably sweating to death. Well, okay, get on with it then already. We ain't got all day. Unbelievable. This guy wants me to get on with the video when he's talking about people putting their fingers on his little sack. Anyway, so if we start up our vehicle and we turn our air all the way to high, these little papers, if we push them up, we might get a little bit of something coming out of there, but very little. And we're going to show you what the problem is and some things that you can do at home to be able to fix this problem and keep people like me out of that old prison purse. Now, with the restriction or whatever the problem's going to end up being, we'll show you a couple different solutions for this problem. If we turn our heat up on high now, blows out great. We have tons of air movement and our flappers are going crazy all by themselves. So, we're going to get down and show you how to do this and what the problems could possibly be. Okay, I get pretty serious in this video. I know I'm making jokes and stuff like that, but you're going to want to stay tuned because at the end of the video, Claydo has a very serious message for Cardi B. He wants to help her out. So stay tuned for that. Make sure your vents are open. Do you really think you need to tell people to open their vents? Yes, I do. Our owner's manuals used to tell us how to adjust the timing on our cars. Now they tell us things like, don't drink the battery acid. Okay, man, I can't even with you. Here's a simple demonstration of what's going on inside your airbox. If you've got restriction, you've got no airflow. Remove that restriction and you're good to go. My name is Clay with the Clayway here in Muskegon, Michigan. And if this video is helpful, please consider subscribing, clicking the notification, sharing my videos, and give me them sweet old thumbs up. And if you've got a question for me, you can hit me up on Clay's AC and Auto Repair on the Facebook Messenger. I answer them for free. I don't collect any information. I don't give a crap about your baby mama drama. But I may be able to help you fix your car. I believe my job here on YouTube is to not only inspire you, but empower you to do things yourself and keep people like me out of that old prison purse. Remember, if anyone else can do it, I promise you can do it too. If you find my videos to be somewhat helpful and hopefully humorous, open up your laptop computer, turn the old volume down, put on one of the sweet Clayway playlists, let them suckers play all night. Let's get down to this video. One of the things is we should figure out what your problem is. So one of the things that you want to do is you want to turn your hot to cold and see if you hear your door move on the inside, and you should obviously feel a definite difference in the temperature of the air coming out even if your air conditioning doesn't work. Just as a side note, if your air conditioning doesn't work, it could possibly cause problems in the future defrosting your windows. So having a working air conditioner is a necessity even when you live in the north. At least it's extremely helpful during the winter, believe it or not, because when you put this on defrost, your air conditioning should always come on. Now, if you do hear a change in the doors, then you don't have a problem. But let's say you don't hear a change in the doors. Well, one of the things that could be happening on today's type vehicles, they're all electronically controlled. Whereas in the past, these used to have little vacuum lines going to the back of them. We have 3 blend air door actuators in this system, with the exception of if we had a recirculation valve button, we may have a total of 4. And if we had dual climate control, meaning that the passenger side and the driver's side were different temperatures, we may have a total of 5 in that situation. But generally it's only 1 that goes bad. Ones that are most used are going to be the ones that go defective most often, meaning your hot and cold or this. If this doesn't work, say it only works on like 1 position or it works on 3, that means that you have what's called a bad blower motor resistor. And it's often confused and mistaken that you think you have a bad blower motor, but if it's only working on 1 or 2 positions or 1 position, you definitely have a bad one. If it works on no positions, more than likely you could possibly have a blown fuse or a bad blower motor. And if you had vacuum lines going to the back, most of the time they get disconnected during people doing normal maintenance or different things happening, and then they're most often on the passenger side of the vehicle. As a little side note, you should know that vacuum leaks are one of the largest causes of O2 sensor codes. It's really important to check for vacuum leaks. It happens more than you would think. And if you do have a disconnected vacuum line, or you start up your vehicle and you hear a bunch of hissing and your doors are not moving on the inside of your heater box like they're supposed to, if you look up on the hood, generally you'll find a description showing how the vacuum lines are supposed to go and what they're supposed to be ran to. There is not a sticker for doing vacuum lines on the interior. Generally, it's 1 vacuum line goes into the back of the heater controls. Then your heater controls will distribute the air accordingly to whatever door it's trying to move. Now, if things sound like they're switching as they're supposed to, you want to go and get out your owner's manual or look on that little website called Google and possibly find out if your vehicle even has what's going to be the next thing that we're going to check, which is called a cabin air filter. If you find that you have a cabin air filter, it's going to always be on the passenger side of the automobile. Even if you're in England, that just means it's going to be over there. Anyways, so that cabin air filter will be on the passenger side of the vehicle. It could be behind the glove box, or it could be back here underneath your cowl. Oh, we're going to have to definitely get this guy a new one. Come on, man, don't lick that thing. Come on, man, I just wanted to see what it tastes like. What is wrong with your brain, man? A plugged cabin filter that's all dirty just like this one is the biggest cause for lack of airflow. Now, we're going to go on to the next problem that it could possibly be. If we can get the window licker, air filter licker to stop doing shenanigans. Jeep owner like me, I've seen this countless numbers of times already. And you look down on your passenger side floor and you find this and you're like, whoa, what is that thing? Well, this is a gear that controls the recirculation valve, and it's obviously broken and defective. Now your recirculation valve flapper that's broken in this Jeep can either be accessed from here, or you could drop down the kick panel, pull your blower motor out, and pull the flap out of there. Now you also want to check this blower motor because sometimes people leave the cabin air filter out of vehicles and they'll get a bunch of trees and leaves and stuff like that, branches, squirrels put stuff down there, mice put stuff down there, and that can also restrict your flow as well. If your vehicle is like mine and it does not have a cabin air filter, you can reach down there and pull the flap up out of the way. Just don't do this while the fan is running. What's he talking about? Ain't nothing hurting me. Ow! Son of a biscuit lover, that got me at the tip of my finger. So if that video was helpful, what, man? This dude's over here jumping around like a little schoolgirl. Can I show her? Can I show her? Show her what, dude? Who? Cardi B, of course. I mean, she's got them long fingernails. I'm not really into her music, but it's got to be a real problem when she needs to go wipe. I guess, with them long fingernails, it would be a problem with her wiping. I'm sure it is. I'm sure she'd tell us that she did not have a problem wiping, but she'd be a liar, and I'd take a DNA test up underneath them fingernails. But I got this thing for her to help her out, and it's called the Robo Wipe. And how you do this, Cardi, is you put this, you fix it. It's got all this stuff in here. It shows you instructions right here. Show you how to put this thing on your toilet seat, and you don't have to worry about getting none of that stuff underneath the fingernails anymore. So this is Robo Wipe. I believe it's available at the Clayway, maybe Walgreens or Walmart or whatever. I mean, I'm sure you've been there before. You look like you get most of the stuff there. But anyways, here you go, Robo Wipe. You heard it here first, Clayway. Clayway. What do you think of that? Well, I would think she's probably got people for that, man. I don't think we're ever going to have people for things like that, but who knows? I don't even understand why she has money, but hey, who am I to judge? I don't have any money, and, you know, I probably have just as much skill as her in my middle finger. Anyways, I hope you folks actually got a little laugh out of that and even learned something about your automobile that you did not know and how stuff functioned. Here on the Clayway, we not only show you how to do things, but we explain to you why you're doing them. We're going to fix that problem in the future, so today we'll leave it at that. If you like what I'm doing, please slap that join button, send us some donations so we can make some more great videos, and hopefully I can get some new equipment. Remember, if anyone else can do it, you can do it too. If you've got a question for me, you can hit me up on Clay's AC and Auto Repair on the Facebook Messenger. I'll help everyone I possibly can with anything that I possibly can. I can't help you with your baby mama drama, but I may be able to help you fix that ride. Please consider subscribing, clicking them notifications, sharing them videos. Sharing them videos is really good. Clicking that thumbs up. Remember, we only make about 0.2 of a cent per view on these videos, so turn that computer down, open up that laptop at night while you're sleeping, put on one of the sweet Clayway playlists, and let them suckers play from front to back. Remember, don't be the next to them. Be the first to you, and if anyone else can do it, I promise you, you can do it too. God bless, folks. Have the best of days. I gotta get back to work. I can't be revving it up like Cardi like a Harley. What a dumbass verse.